Today I'm gonna show you how to use EventBridge to receive and process a webhook event from GitHub. So first I set up a webhook, and then I receive event from GitHub, and then I set up two rules. The first rules, I will route events to a Lambda function and then process it, and then the Lambda function emit another event. So I configure another rule to route all the process events to a log group. So let's jump in and do it. It's easier to understand. So let me show you EventBridge. So AWS support connect to many software service provider, for example Salesforce. In this case, I want to connect to GitHub. So I follow the setup step 1, step 2, step 3 in here. After that, I need to take those two parameters. The first one is the function URL, which is a lambda URL, and the second is the secret password. Okay, so now given this URL, I'm gonna set up webhook. So I create a new repository, event bridge webhook. Okay, and now I set up webhook. Webhook. Okay. Okay, so I paste the URL here. So what does that mean? It means that GitHub send post request to this URL. What about that? So it means GitHub send all the event. I want to send everything, all the events, as a post request to this URL. Behind this URL is a Lambda function, and therefore we can receive the events and process it. So let me type my password here. Add webhook. Okay, so I finish. Let me clone this project. I init a new CDK project. Let me show you the Lambda function. So after we config webhook on AWS, we have a Lambda function. This inbound webhook Lambda function. So this function generated by AWS for us, and it receives webhook and it emit an event here. So then it emit an event with a sort GitHub. So now if we want to receive event, right, from this Lambda function, we need to take notice sorts, and then we configure event rule to receive it. So now let's come back our terminal. So first I configure an event rule to receive event from webhook. Okay, and then I have another event, and then I add a Lambda function to process the event, and then add another rule to route write process event to a log group, and then I need some get permission. So EventBridge can write to log group, and EventBridge invoke Lambda function. So that's all. receive rule. We need to give it the event pattern. We need to specify the sort. In this case, this is a GitHub, and tag it. So I route it to a lambda function. So I'm gonna move this one up. Sorry, I will create a lambda here. And this lambda function need permission to put event to EventBridge. So I'm gonna give it a policy, a statement. Okay. Let me load the lambda code. And here I'm load the code. Okay. This one you can specify, better here. Okay. Okay. So I need to give permission. Okay, later on I'm gonna give permission. Now I'm gonna the second rule. I call this the right to lock group rule. sort is from lambda function emit, so we call it webhook app, and we tag it is to log group. So we need to create an log group. Okay, so now I want EventBridge can write to this log group, so I add it by resources base. We need to use resources base policy here. Add to, let me check. Inside it we need to need uh, policy statement. And important is the principal. Principal in here is the EventBridge. EventBridge is the principal. Okay. So I also need to add permission so EventBridge can invoke the Lambda function, and it also via resources based policy, not raw. So we add permission. Inside this we also have allow EventBridge invoke Lambda. We also need to specify the principal. Okay, let me check. Let me check the second one. Okay, add, we add. Okay, looks good. Event dot. Okay, so look, almost there. Let's review our code a bit. So I have a Lambda function to process the event from GitHub, and then I configure a rule. When I receive the event from GitHub, I route it to the Lambda function. Okay, after the Lambda function process it emit event, so I have another rule. It route the output from GitHub from Lambda function to a log group. Okay. Okay, this one. So log group dot log group ARN. Okay. Okay. And permission. Now I have to create the Lambda function. Let me copy and paste my Lambda function. And the most important in here is the sort. We need to change this one to webhook app. Okay. In here also need to be webhook app, correct? Okay, that's correct. So let me open the index. So basically we can add some logic to process the webhook event here, and then after we process the event, we're gonna send event to EventBridge. Okay, that's it. Now let me synthesize the stack. Okay, hopefully no error. And we have to deploy it in US East 1. So for sure, let me ensure it in US East 1, where I already have my GitHub hook. Okay, let me copy a little bit of style, my pretty style. Okay, now we can deploy it. Hopefully no error. Okay, let me go to CloudFormation. Yeah, so it's deploying. We can push. Okay, we wait a bit, or I can open another terminal and I push code to GitHub. So now our code in GitHub here, and then later on, every time we push, we have event in GitHub, we will receive it in AWS EventBridge. That is what I'm gonna show. So now hopefully it's no errors. I'm waiting for deploying. Okay, let's check where we are. So almost finished. Let me go to EventBridge. Let me go to CloudWatch log group and Lambda. So in EventBridge we want to see rules, right? So this is a receive rule. Okay, receive from GitHub, it match sort from GitHub, and then it tag it a lambda function, this lambda function. So what this lambda function do? Why this lambda function gonna process an event, but I don't process it, and then it will emit an event back to EventBridge, and the sort is a webhook app. That is a, and then we have another rule which is write to log group. So yeah, if the sort is a webhook.app, and then it tag it to a log group. Okay, so this log group now knows. So okay, so now if we make some modification, for example, I'm gonna add some uh, comment. Okay, and we create a commit, and then we go to here to see can we receive any event, process any events, right? So let's check. Okay, so we see we have received one. Yeah, and we see that this is the event from GitHub with a lot of information. The sort from GitHub, account time, detail, repository idea, owner, something, right? So this from our repository. Yeah, the repository name. That's it. And you can do some processing with that by lambda function. Yeah, lambda function emit, and we got this log group. Let me make another event. Maybe I'll go here, and then I delete this one, event bridge and webhook, and then I commit it. And now I want to see another event, right? Capture in here. So go to log group and come back. Okay, so we receive another event. Okay, so that's it. That's how we receive webhook into EventBridge and process it. That's it, and thank you.